Hi, this is a joint sort of where I started vlogging and then a project fail sort of video. So I started vlogging because I started watching the YouTube channel by a guy called Syndicate here, Life of Tom, and just sort of like his daily vlogs and his adventures and stuff like that. And I was like, just watching, I think, I do cool stuff, like shoots and gigs and that, and it'd be really cool to have proper memories rather than just photos. And this, doing this in the car while I'm driving don't feel right. Give me a sec, I'm going to sort it.
What can I get for you?
Can I get an oat milk iced latte, please?
Yeah, is that medium?
Yes, please.
Yeah, anything else?
That's it, cheers. Thank you.
Have a lovely day.
This is better. Got a coffee. So, I started vlogging to capture the interesting moments of my life. Being out on shoots, being out on gigs, and all the sort of stuff that happens around that. And I've got 25, 30 videos at the moment, and I absolutely love them. I go back and I watch them constantly because it's really cool. There are people that I don't see often outside of shoots, and it's really nice to sort of capture the memories outside of just a selfie or a little video. Sort of encapsulates the entire thing. Same with gigs, like the moment in the vlog where I beat Nick at Mario Kart is a memory that I will just go back and smile at forever. It's incredible. So that's sort of why I started vlogging. The project that I mentioned. So there's a YouTube channel that I found a few years ago, a guy called Struthless, one of the sides here. He did a video on a project about sort of like doing a project, and he called it the Alphabet Project, which, as the name implies, is to do with the alphabet. So what he was going to do, he was going to create a piece of content for every single letter of the alphabet. That's a good idea, thought previous Jarv. I could do 26 shoots, concept shoots, and release them with vlogs for sort of like a complete series of things. So I started brainstorming, coming up with different ideas, and I got maybe 11 of the 26 sort of solid that I wanted. Got in touch with a few of the models, a few creatives about things, seeing if they'd be interested in taking part, and yeah, people were up for it. So I started sort of researching outfit changes and locations and all this sort of thing that I could do and try and get stuff going. So the last vlog that I released, the one with Heather in the sunflower field, was the first one that I did. As I'm recording this today, it is August bank holiday. So this is a year ago, pretty much to the day of when I shot that with Heather. I've shot nothing since. And it's just been absolutely killing me, trying to get people locked down, ideas locked down, getting everybody on the same page. And I get it. People have lives, families, jobs, all that other stuff that they're doing. But sort of the more the year went on, it was just really getting me down, and I was constantly just sort of thinking, oh, I should be ahead of this by now. I should have done 2 of these shoots, 5 of these shoots. But as well as that, I was still struggling to come up with ideas for shoots, for like the more obscure letters of the alphabet. So I didn't know what to do for X. But I didn't just want to go what I considered basic, like doing yellow for Y or something like that. I don't know why, that's just the sort of the rules that I put on myself. that I didn't want to do. And I didn't want to do people's names either. So I was just struggling through and trying to push. And at this time, I'm buying things for the shoots that I've got planned. So I was going to do something Coca-Cola based with Alice. So I went on Vinted, I brought a few different Coca-Cola shirts, had ideas for what to do with that. I brought glass bottles of Coke that we were going to use, but it just never sort of happened. As well as the other shoots that didn't happen. Should have done coffee, but hey ho. Beautiful. And yeah, so just the more that I went on, it just wasn't happening. And it was getting to the point where thinking about it was depressing me. And I was fighting a losing battle sort of in my head. I was still shooting at this time. I was doing other stuff that wasn't for the project. And I mean, even in that time, I've done cool stuff and I've met cool people. And it's been really fun doing that. Like, I met Gina Underhill for the first time. I got to shoot with Gina Ram for the first time in years. And it's just, stuff didn't happen. So for me, that's a failure. I had a project that I wanted to do. And I've done projects before. Like, I did a Project 50. 50 photos, one a day with a 50mm lens. And that was cool. That's when I first started. I have done other things. Like, even like years ago, I hired out a storage unit and I put a photo studio in there, and that was cool. I did like, I don't know, I think like 17 shoots in 7 days because I had 24-hour access. I'd go to work, come home, then do a shoot, and then I'd do 2 shoots like on a weekend or whatever. But this one wasn't to be, wasn't going to happen. So about a month ago from where we are now, August 2024, I killed it off. The Alphabet project isn't going to happen. I'm just taking myself out of the game. I'm done. And I was happy with that. Genuinely happy with that. I'd taken this self-imposed weight off of me. And it was a good choice. And it has genuinely left my head, other than sort of making this video, which is more of an accountability for myself than it is for anything else, just having this on here, because I failed. And it's okay. I was putting so much pressure on myself to try and force this project to happen, and it just wasn't. So I decided it would be best for my health, my mental health, and the mental health of my friends who were listening to me going on and on about it, to sack it off and just be done. So I got a really cool shoot with Heather out of it, the Flowers one, that's on the channel. And while I've killed it off in its current form, it might not be dead. There's nothing stopping me going back and trying to do it again, or taking some of the ideas that I had that were specifically for it and doing the shoots as is. So this is a message for people who've tried projects and they've not worked out for whatever reason. It's a message for future Jarv to put less pressure on yourself for a creative endeavour. And it's a message for anyone who likes coffee. Oat milk iced lattes are absolutely the one. But yeah, I thought I'd come outside and actually touch grass while I was doing this, because sometimes it is good to get out into the relatively fresh air and try and get yourself another perspective on things. And even being sat here recording this video, just like a weight has lifted off my shoulders, and I feel sort of not revitalised or anything, but I just feel good about where I am with taking photos. I do this for fun. The band makes me money. If anything, photography costs me money. No, not if anything. photography costs me money. I don't make money at it. I will get paid jobs, but it doesn't outweigh the money that I spent on this gimbal that my phone's currently attached to, or the wireless mic that you're hopefully hearing me through, or the lenses, or the flashes, or the studio hire. So yeah, future me, it's all good. Don't worry about it. If you've got an idea, find someone who's going to help you through it. Talk to people who are creative, bounce ideas around. It's great. But just because you've had an idea, there is no pressure, no expectation on completing it. If you do, great. If you don't, fine. Or if it doesn't work out exactly the way you wanted, learn from it next time and make the next thing work even better. This has been a lot of me sat talking to you, drinking a coffee whilst I'm in the field. And yeah, I just thought it was really important for me to sort of say this out loud and put it into the universe, because if I didn't, there are so few people relatively who would have known that I failed this project, and I am calling it a failure. So few people. God bless, or whatever deity you prefer, the people who've listened to me, who've agreed to take part in it, and they've listened to my ideas, and they've listened to me talking, and listened to me sort of trying to talk out loud to figure out ideas, because you're incredible. And the people who I wanted to start this with, there's one person who I've never actually worked with before, and I still want to do that. I still want to do that shoot. But the majority of people who I had planned are people you've either seen on the channel or you've seen on my Instagram, link here, who are incredible, and they're great friends. And this is another reason why I love photography. The people that I've met of my however many years are just the best people. They are some of my absolute best friends in the world, and they know who they are, and you've potentially seen them on the channel. And yeah, I'm going to go now because the header vlog should be ready to upload to YouTube. And then I'm going to finish iced coffee in the grey. It looks like it might start raining. I'll catch you next time. Nice one.